Hello and welcome to the Voice of TOD. I'm Tom, and today we're going to take a look at a load of trailers that have been released, be it from the Skulls event that we covered last night, the Sony event that we covered the night before, or anything in between really. There's been a load of stuff dropped. Some really interesting games looking at the list. Most of them we've seen before, and my initial reactions will be on the live shows. You can find them on the live tab if you want to go back and watch it. But I thought, you know, that in the moment of the event, it's cool to see these things, but I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into some of them. We're not covering them all because, quite frankly, I didn't want to, like, not everything interested me. This is just the stuff that I'm interested in. Hopefully you guys are interested in too, and where hopefully we've got some more information, like Marathon, Phantom Blade Zero, games like that. So we've got a little bit more information than just the trailer, which has actually helped us fill in some of the ideas, because the trailers, certainly at the Sony event, the trailers didn't really tell you what the game was about. Hopefully we can flesh that out in this video, but we're going to start by recapping the trailer. You can see here we've got Marathon ready to go, so let's watch this beauty again. So the first thing I'll say, I love the colours of this. This isn't a gameplay trailer, this is just CGI, right? But it looks... it's got that Bungie look. It looks to me like Destiny 2. It looks like they're building an XO. It looks like... oh, what was it called? Europa. The labs. I can't remember what they're called now. But it looks like that. They're building Clover Spray. They're building Clover Spray stuff. Everybody's like, oh, this is cool. Like, I love the art style. I love the colours. I love the vibrancy of the world. I think it's a really cool trailer. But it just looks like Destiny 2. And I'm not criticising that, because Destiny 2 in places can be a very pretty game. I mean, it's greener than Destiny, let's be honest. But that shot right there. An Earth-like planet with a moon or traveller type sphere. The music's great. I like the music. And it makes sense for them to bring Marathon back. Discover more, a Marathon game. And that's the classic Marathon logo. That ties into Halo actually quite a bit. Bungie have a... there we go. That's that one. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to jump over to the other screen where we'll go over the detail. Because like I say, that trailer doesn't really tell you much. So we're over here on the PlayStation blog to get more information on what this game is all about. As a trailer, I think it's a really interesting, vibrant... it's a very quick introduction to what this world is going to look like. It doesn't tell you what you're going to be doing. It doesn't tell you what it is. It hints at some sort of PvP, sort of co-op PvP variant, but we don't really know. But according to this this PlayStation blog piece, which I will link down below because we're not going to go through the whole thing. It's a Q&A with some of the leads on it. Today, Bungie makes history with an announcement of its first completely new project in more than a decade. Marathon, a sci-fi PvP extraction shooter. Marathon will find players engaging one another as cybernetic mercenaries known as runners, exploring a lost colony on the planet Tau Ceti 4 in search of riches, fame, and infamy. Marathon is currently in development for PlayStation 5 and PC with full crossplay and cross-save. What they obviously omit there, but it has already been confirmed, is that it's coming to Xbox too. So this is on all of the big consoles. I'm leaving Switch out. By big, what I mean is it can process more than 3 bits a second. That was cruel. I know, I'm sorry. But so this is the Q&A. To mark the announcement, we spoke to Marathon General Manager Scott Taylor and Game Director Christopher Barrett to find out more as we race towards Marathon. Right, so Marathon is one of Bungie's first games, if not their first. It was the series before Halo. There are many ties in the Halo lore to things that are sort of little hints and things at Marathon. There's Marathon hints in Destiny as well. Bungie seem to have this connected world where everything is kind of linked, it's kind of not. There's a very grey area between their game universes. I think Halo is the most separate now because they don't own it, but there will certainly be some overlap between Marathon, Destiny 2, I would imagine. Little nods, little Easter eggs, little hints, certain things. This whole aesthetic is Destiny 2 to me. Not to put Marathon down, because it looks great, and it's probably some of the more interesting and my favourite parts of Destiny 2, but it looks like Destiny 2. The weapon looks like something you'd find from Deepstone Crypt. The armour is very much like Titan armour. You are playing an XO. Right? A robot runner, they said. That shot screams Destiny. Again, the colours, the face, it's all XO. It's, you know, just weapon. This is the bit we wanted. So, what is Marathon? Marathon is designed from the start as a PvP focused game that won't have a single player campaign. Instead, with the PvP experience as our foundation, we've created opportunities for player driven stories to unfold. Stories that are integrated with the overarching game narrative. So it's a narrative, but it's a third person. No, it's not. It's just a sci-fi shooter. Extraction shooter is what I'm looking for. We're building a world full of persistent, evolving zones where players create their own journey with every run they take. That might mean an unforgettable firefight against another crew vying for the same loot, or a last-second extraction while beset on all sides. So it sounds... they're making it sound fun, but I'm getting Division, the Dark Zone vibes, that kind of thing, without the NPCs. Although maybe there are NPCs in this as well. Beyond just the story of your last run, however, we will give players the chance to affect the persistent zones and the larger world as a result. For example, imagine a crew discovering a previously undiscovered artifact that, when activated, opens a new area on the map for all players to explore. In essence, we're creating a game where the actions of players can have ramifications for the world and players with each unfolding season. Right. Couple of things in there. So they're building in hidden areas that you will have to hunt to find. Potentially, they're pointing you towards some elements of the gameplay here. So there will be little secrets and things, which is one of the things that made Destiny cool. Destiny 2 had some really cool secrets that as soon as someone found it, just opened up. So you can see there's a lot of what they've learned with Destiny over the last 10 years is coming into this. I quite like the idea that you have a runner, you have a team, you drop in, something happens, some new area opens, and then everybody just piles in, leaving the people who found this new area to get away with their loot, that kind of thing. Like, cinematically, it sounds really cool. Gameplay wise, I don't know how interesting it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to get stale. They're going to have to really pack a lot of content in to keep it fresh and interesting. But I'm not someone who would sit and play an extraction shooter for hours on end. I get bored after a couple of matches. I don't know with this one. You know me, I'm more of a single player or co-op campaign kind of guy. PvP isn't really my bag. Doesn't mean I won't play it. Doesn't mean I don't think it looks very interesting, and I love the art style. I'm worried how Bungie will deliver on a beyond the story of your last run water cooler moment. because for me, and I'll probably get a lot of flack for this, but for me, Destiny 2, there's a reason I stopped playing Destiny 2, because I just got bored of the it's just a stupid gameplay loop, season content. The story didn't pull me in anymore. For me, they really fumbled Destiny 2 as a game as a service. It just never worked for me with what they chose to do. This is season based, with each unfolding season. So there are going to be things that happen in games that will have a knock-on effect in the next seasons. All season-based content. They've positioned themselves as, yes, they are some of the best first-person shooter games ever created. The combat system in Destiny 2 is just beautiful to play. Built in with the powers, it is, at its core, it's very fun to play. But beyond that, for me, it was severely lacking. And I'm worried that Marathon, after 6 months, after a year, might start to fall down that route. So I really hope that they are looking at this as, here's the base game, we've got 2 years of seasons prepped, we know exactly where we're going to take it. It would surprise me if Bungie haven't, but Destiny 2 didn't get off to the best start and for me has floundered. So I'm looking at this with caution, but I am excited. I do want to try it. And this isn't the Bungie that I fell in love with. But there is still something about a Bungie shooter that just puts a smile on your face. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.